going on, you guys? It's KP here. Here with my post-fight video for the Manny Pacquiao Timothy Bradley fight, which happened this weekend. Sorry I'm so late on getting this fight video back, but I wanted to go back and watch the fight and actually, pay close attention to the landed punches and all that stuff, and just ignore the commentators. Because originally, when I watched the fight, I kind of thought Pacquiao won a wide decision. I was screaming robbery too. I said, God, that was a robbery, But then again, I was with my buddies who were all big Pacquiao fans. I was listening to the HBO commentators, and good God. Okay. I went back today, found the fight on YouTube. Thanks for whoever posted it. I'm not going to mention your name because I don't want the video to get taken down, but thank you for posting it. And I watched the fight. I didn't turn the audio off because I don't like to do that, but I just kind of ignored the commentators. And to my surprise, I scored the fight 7-5 for Timothy Bradley. Possibly 8-4. I'll give you my round by round. First round, second round, and third round I gave to Bradley. Pacquiao didn't do hardly anything in those rounds except for wing punches, dude. Don't pay attention to the CompuBox stats because there's no way in hell they were accurate. Pacquiao was missing a lot of shots. The fourth round I thought was very, very, very close. I almost wanted to give it to Bradley, but I gave it to Pacquiao because of the flurry in the end that he threw. So I gave the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh rounds to Manny Pacquiao. I thought he won most of those rounds pretty unquestionably. Eighth round I gave to Bradley. I know a lot of people didn't give that round to Bradley, but I didn't see how Pacquiao won that round. He didn't work enough. Now the ninth round, another really close round. I could have almost scored that round a draw. The fourth and the ninth, I could have scored draws, but I wound up giving them both to Manny Pacquiao. Just the benefit of the doubt, I gave it to Pacquiao. And then the 10th, 11th, and 12th rounds, I gave all of them to Timothy Bradley. So my final scorecard was 7-5 for Timothy Bradley. It's funny. It's funny how perceptions can be formed. Most of you guys that are screaming robbery or screaming that this was an outrage or this is the worst decision you've ever seen, were probably watching the HBO commentary, and they are very persuasive. I'll say that, but it's almost laughable when you go back and actually watch the fight and pay close attention to what's actually happening, and you can just tell that it seems like they have some kind of agenda for Manny Pacquiao. They're like riding his dick or something. Even Max Kellerman, I thought Max Kellerman was probably the best commentator on there besides Emmanuel Stewart. Usually Emmanuel Stewart, he's the most knowledgeable of the 3 or 4 that are on there. But Emmanuel Stewart was bad about it tonight. He said some good things, but most of the time they were all just riding Pacquiao's dick. Greatest fighter that's ever lived. He's landing all these lefts. He was missing a lot of those lefts. They were hitting shoulders, they were hitting gloves, they were hitting air. I hate to say it, but if he would have landed half of those left hands he threw, he may have got Bradley out of there. He was putting some huge power on those lefts, and they were missing. Bradley was moving him, he was turning him, he was coming inside and what do you call it? Smothering him. He was dogging Manny Pacquiao. I'm not gonna say he dominated the fight. It was a close fight, but I even gave 2 rounds to Pacquiao and still had him losing. The 4th round, I really want to give to Bradley almost. I almost want to make it an 8-4 fight for Bradley. The 9th round I wanted to make that a draw round, but I didn't make it a draw round. I gave both of my rounds that were iffy, I gave to Pacquiao, and I still had him losing. And in my prediction video, I picked Bradley to win, but I don't have an agenda. If Pacquiao would have won, he would have won. I don't think he won the fight. When I first watched the fight, I was sitting there going, damn, this is a fucking robbery. And everyone thinks it's a robbery, but I don't think half those people know what the hell boxing's all about. Just because Pacquiao lands a big left hand in every round doesn't mean he wins the round. That's like saying that if he lands one punch and Bradley lands 20, just because that one punch knocked Bradley back means that all those 20 punches Bradley landed don't count. And that's not true. Just because Bradley doesn't have phenomenal punching power doesn't mean he's not going to win the fight, or doesn't mean that he's not being effective. Hell, Pacquiao looked like he was just hunting and pecking and searching for punches to half the fight. He was walking and doing this, going, come on, let's fight. And Bradley was frustrating the hell out of him. I do think that Bob Arum is getting on the thing about this being a robbery because he wants a rematch. Obviously, he doesn't want Manny Pacquiao to fight Mayweather. He wants to keep the money in-house. He wants Bradley and Pacquiao to fight again so he doesn't have to risk. I mean, I hate to say it, guys, but if Bradley did this to Pacquiao, and he beat him, I mean, he beat Pacquiao in my opinion. If Bradley did this to Pacquiao, imagine what Mayweather would do. Mayweather's bigger, hits harder, is faster, and is better technically. He's all around better than Timothy Bradley. I mean, it's just, it's getting clearer to me day by day that Bob Arum does not want anything to do with Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao because he knows Pacquiao will lose. At least if Pacquiao loses to Bradley, then he can build Bradley up and then have another good fighter and just throw Pacquiao out in the fucking dirt, which is bullshit to me because Pacquiao is a great fighter, and he's getting played like a dummy. They're sitting out there making him, oh, you lost, you didn't lose the fight. It was a robbery. We'll give you another rematch with Bradley. Bradley will probably beat him even worse next time, guys. You got to remember, he hurt his leg in like the third round. He was fighting over half that fight with an injured leg and still won. I mean, honestly, I mean, props to Manny Pacquiao, props to Tim Bradley. It was a fun fight to watch, no doubt, but Pacquiao didn't win that fight, and Pacquiao didn't win the Marquez fight. I have Pacquiao losing two of his last two fights. Is he getting older? Yes. Is he getting worse? Yeah. Is Mayweather getting older? Yes. Is he losing a step? Probably. I mean, Timothy Bradley's a young, hungry lion, guys. I mean, there's no shame in Manny Pacquiao losing to him. If Pacquiao would have lost to someone like, like Margarito or Mosley, yeah, that would have been kind of embarrassing. But he fought a guy that's undefeated in his prime and is very good, and he lost to him. There's nothing wrong with that. Pacquiao's still a great fighter. Do I think he should retire? Hell no. He's still got it. He's still got speed. He's still got power. He's lost a couple steps maybe, but I mean nothing major. He's not sitting there just eating punches and not doing anything. He still has power. Do I want to see the rematch? Not really. I mean, am I going to pay to see it? Hell no. Because that's exactly what Bob Arum wants us to do. He doesn't, the real fight that should be made now, honestly, is Bradley Mayweather. Because Bradley beat Pacquiao. He beat it, guys. You cannot sit there. I don't even think you can make this fight a draw. I tried to make it as close as I could and still gave it to Bradley. So, I think Mayweather-Bradley should be the fight on the horizon now. Would I still like to see Mayweather-Pacquiao? Yes, just because all the Pacquiao fans get shut up about it. Because I'm tired of hearing about it. Do I think that Pacquiao's still pound for pound the best? No. I think Mayweather's the best. I moved Bradley up. Bradley beat him. Bradley's number 2 now, in my opinion. Or number 3. I may move Sergio Martinez up on my list to number 2. But Pacquiao's probably going to be down around the 3rd or 4th spot now, guys. I mean, I may even put him under Andre Ward. I think he's lost his last 2 fights. But, I guess we got a rematch coming in November 10th. I'll go ahead and give you my prediction for that. I would take Bradley to win by decision or Pacquiao to win by knockout. Same thing as I did this fight. Probably Bradley by decision, though. After seeing this, I think Bradley's just going to win a decision. Let me know what you guys think. Try to keep the hate comments to a minimum. I understand there's a lot of Pacquiao fans out there that got butthurt over this fight. Your guy lost. He did. I mean, there's no shame in it. It's okay. I'm not sitting here saying Pacquiao's a horrible fighter. He lost the fight. Some fighters lose fights. Not everyone can be undefeated. Not everyone can go, 100-0. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone's Sugar Ray Robinson and can go on a 75-fight win streak undefeated. just usually doesn't happen. So there's nothing wrong with Pacquiao losing this fight. Uh, do I think it was a robbery? No. Could I see someone giving the fight to Pacquiao? Not really, but you know, I'm very stubborn when it comes to my opinion on boxing. I mean, I tried to give rounds to Pacquiao and still had him losing. So I probably couldn't even. I don't know if I could even see a draw. Maybe a draw, but definitely had Bradley winning this fight. Let me know what you guys think. Leave some comments, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.